Hi, welcome back to my channel, See Mary Make. Today the video I have for you is of me cleaning my bedroom, which gets neglected so much. It gets neglected a lot. Like, I focus on the rest of the house, then like I'll realize like after a month that I haven't cleaned my room at all in the last month. And I really take a look around, and it's disturbingly messy and dusty. And then also I ended up like decluttering and organizing my closet, which was not my intention going into this, but I opened it to like hang some clothes up in the video, and it was just, you'll probably be able to see the look on my face. It was just disgusting. Like, I couldn't believe that it looked the way it did, and I hadn't noticed. Anyway, so yeah, my room was gross. Hadn't been cleaned in like a month. It was super dusty. There was just stuff everywhere. There were things left up there from before Christmas, which is really embarrassing. So I ended up emptying my closet pretty much, minus some stuff on the top shelf, because like my basket of sheets and stuff like that, I didn't need to move. That's staying there. But ended up emptying it and kind of rearranging it and decluttering some. I pulled a lot of stuff to that didn't go in there. So yeah, so I had an impromptu declutter and organize session in my closet, which I filmed as best I can, but it's really small, so it was hard to like get the camera in there. But I hope that you'll enjoy watching this video. Oh, my embarrassment of my really dirty bedroom. How two adults can let a room get that way is beyond me, but we did. So, but it is what it is. It's clean now. I'm going to try really hard to keep it that way. I hope y'all enjoy this video. If you would not mind liking, giving it a thumbs up, subscribe if you would like. So yeah, and I'll be back next week with an actual crafting video. So thanks, bye. That's awkward. Okay, so this is what my room looks like to start with. I'm gonna also start by apologizing for the background noise. The fan is on in my room. I cannot cut it off. It's just too, I will die. And also, you're probably gonna hear noises from the cats like crawling around up here. And right now one of them is like scratching on the post over there. So you're gonna hear that too. So, but anyway, back to this. Yeah, it's a mess. Some people might say, oh, it's not that bad. To me, this is bad. Like, I can't believe it was this gross. Especially the dust. I don't think the video shows it well enough, but there was a lot of dust. A lot of dust. Which is probably why I've been sneezing so much. And been waking up with like stuffy nose and stuff like that. So I like to start by making my bed anytime I'm cleaning in my room or working in my room at all, even if I'm just coming up here to fold laundry. If my bed's not made, I always like to go ahead and make it. Not only does it make the room just feel better and more put together, but it gives me a nice, neat space to work on, especially if I'm folding laundry or doing like I'm doing today where I'm cleaning. Because I'll set things up here that I need to move temporarily. And it just makes me feel better to have it made. I try to make it every day. Sometimes I don't get around to it. Especially with my husband's work and sleeping schedule being different than mine. I don't always make it up here to make the bed after he leaves for work, but I try to most days. And then this is just a little like plush fleece blanket.
sometimes we use it to actually like lay under instead of our comforter, but even when we're not using it, I like to keep it on the bed. The cats like it. They like to lay on soft blankets. And I didn't like the way it was folded, so I changed it. But yeah, the cats like this blanket a lot, so I like to try and keep it at least on the end of the bed, even when we're not actually using it. So now I'm just going to start by picking up my heating pad that's been on the floor for probably like 3 weeks, even though I stopped using it like 2 weeks ago. When I was sick at the beginning of the month, boy, was I having some bad back aches and just body aches, and I was basically living with that thing. I actually have 2 heating pads. One I keep upstairs and one I keep downstairs. And yeah, I think like for like a week straight I laid on top of that thing because my back was just hurting so bad. But anyway, now I'm going through my clean laundry that I brought up with me. And that was my sock basket I just placed on the bed there. I'm just separating the laundry by person. So like a pile for me, a pile for my husband, a pile for each kid. That way it's just easier to pass it out and put it away. I don't put the kids' laundry away, and usually I don't fold their laundry either. Not the 2 older ones anyway. I have them fold their own laundry. My youngest, she is 4, and she just kind of balls it up when she tries to fold it. I'm sorry about the noise. The cats are running around chasing each other. Goodness. There's one of the cats in the video. She's nosy. She has to see what's going on all the time when I'm doing stuff. I mean, both of them can be like that. But yeah, I'm just folding some stuff that was unfolded or hadn't gotten folded yet. And I'm going to separate them, put them in piles, and then everything's going to get put up. See, now I'm putting mine and my husband's clothes away. And we do the we do the file folding method, the like Marie Kondo type of thing. When the show came out a while back, I went through a phase where I just like Marie Kondoed as best I could my entire house. And some things have stuck, some haven't. I have gotten one thing that watching that show helped me do was let go of things I'm not using, especially clothes. I was hanging on to a ton of clothes that I'm never gonna wear again, hadn't worn in years. And then just like other junk too, things where I'm like, oh, what if I need this? No. If you have not used it in a year, if you haven't worn it in a year, unless it has some sort of special sentimental value to you, you're not going to use it. Let it go. You will feel better once all the junk is gone. And this is me realizing my closet is just as bad as the rest of my room. I only actually opened the door to hang some clothes up, but then I realized it was such a bad mess. I started picking it up, and I actually get like a little overwhelmed with it and decide to move on to my vanity instead, because I just realized that a lot more needs to be done than just picking up some stuff in here. Yeah, because I just am finding junk that has no place being in here. I don't even know how half of it got there. Yep, so here I am. I move on to my vanity area instead, because I was like, nope, we're just going to leave that be and come back to it. So, another thing I like to do is get a laundry hamper or a basket when I'm working on one floor and put things in it that go on the other floor. So if I'm upstairs, which I am right now, I like to get a basket and put things that go downstairs in the basket. So I'm not running back and forth doing that. It's all in one spot, and when I'm done, I can take it all down with me at one time and get it put up. It's easier that way, and I find that I'll actually do it that way. Whereas if I start taking things, a few things at a time, as I find them downstairs, I'm not going to finish. I'm just going to end up piling it somewhere random up here, and it'll just get left. So now I'm dusting with my Swiffer first, and then a rag with some, I'm just using some 7th generation multi-purpose cleaner. I usually use Mrs. Meyer's for most things, but Target was out of the one I wanted, and they actually only had one left when I went, one kind left, and it was a scent that I don't care for. It was like the lemongrass or something like that, or grass something, and it really does smell like grass. My favorite's the lavender one. But yeah, so I'm just dusting everything with a rag and multi-purpose cleaner now, which I usually do like to do it this way all the time. I'll always Swiffer first and then use a rag with some cleaner afterwards, just to make sure to get all the dust. And also don't forget to wipe your mirrors. Sorry for yawning, which I think I didn't show in here. But for me, I just use a little concoction of water and vinegar with a little bit of essential oil in it for a scent. And that's what I do. It gets everything pretty clean without streaks. As long as you're using like a paper towel or a lint-free cloth, it does really well. And I find giving just a little spritz on a microfiber cloth cleans my TV screen off really good too. My TV screen in my living room was disgusting, and I kept looking up how to clean it, and everyone's like, oh, just use water, but it was not working. It had like fingerprints from my kids, and they were not coming off. I couldn't get them off with just water. Then nothing was working that I tried, and I was finally just fed up and just put a little bit of vinegar and water on my cloth and used that, and it worked perfectly. I'm not saying go do that because I don't know how good it is for the screen on the television, but I had to get all them smudges off. They were driving me crazy. There was even like splatter marks on it, like someone spilled a drink. I don't even know who did it or what it was, but the vinegar and water got it off. Now I'm dusting all my pictures, and we are back in the closet. I'm showing you that this is all I've got left inside the closet. I've pulled out all the clothes, and I've got little cubes left still to clean out. These are all the clothes I pulled, and that blue shelf was in there, and my stool and the basket of hangers, and that boxy charm box. And now I'm going to finish cleaning it out. I'm going to pull all of the cubes out that I've got like my pajamas in them. And now I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with that. And now my husband is coming in to mess with the cat who is up on the shelf in the closet and doesn't want to come down, but I need her to. And he's messing with her because she doesn't like him that much, and she's always trying to bite him and stuff when he tries to touch her. And it's the funniest thing because like if he's like sleeping, she'll like come curl up next to him and sleep with him, but she doesn't want him petting her or messing with her. I mean, she's a touch me not for the most part anyway. She doesn't want me touching her either, but she doesn't try to bite me the same way she does him. All he has to do is reach for her to pet her one time and she's swiping at him. Me, I can pet her a little bit. But, yeah. I thought that was cute and funny, so I left it in there. now I am moving these cubes, which are two different sizes. I bought them at two different stores, and yeah, they're different sizes. So not all cubes are created equally. So if you are doing that, make sure you measure first and check measurements on the ones you're buying. But it still worked out okay. Now I'm vacuuming the bottom of my closet real quick, and now I'm gonna start trying to put things back up. And this is when I realized like how truly different in size they are, because I can't fit my little cubes into the top shelf while it's on its side. They're too tall. So yeah, look at the cats. Like, can I get up here? No. But yeah, so now I'm putting things back up, and these hold mostly my pajamas. One of them has like shorts and like exercise leggings, like yoga pants and stuff in them. So what I ended up doing was getting these white buckets out of the basement that I had down there. These are just some Dollar Tree storage bins. They're actually one of my favorite storage bins the Dollar Tree carries, because the shape is just really good. And you can fit a lot in them usually. And they're one of the few ones that comes in, or at least at my Dollar Tree near my house, they're one of the few ones that's comes in white, or that's almost always carried in white. Like they have, like the bright green and red and blue too, but they usually have white as well. I have seen black ones before, but only like once. So yeah, I'm just putting everything up. The cat's in the last cube that I need to put my clothes in. And that's done there. And that middle cube is just, I don't use a basket for that because that's like the fluffy, really big, like pajama bottoms. So it's just pointless to put them in a cube. Now I'm pulling down a lot of the crap that was on right there in that cube. Milk crate. It's a milk crate. And now I'm trying to put all my books in there, which I knew they weren't going to fit. When I went down to get my buckets for the cubes, I looked for another milk crate, which I could have sworn I had an extra one in the basement, but I guess I used it for something or other. I don't know. But so this is, I'm trying, oh, that little questionable, like where I stopped and stared. I realized I'm missing one of the Harry Potter books. I don't know if it got lost or I just never had it and I thought I did. But that's me again looking and like, where'd it go? One of them's by my bed. The first one is by my bed. I've been reading it with my son lately. But I'm missing, I think, like the 6th book. Or maybe the 7th. I'm missing one of them. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I lost it somehow or if I'm just like hallucinating and I never had it. But I made them fit as best I could without having that second crate. And these gray baskets are just our sheets, pillowcases, and my husband's long-sleeved shirts that he doesn't wear very often. And now I'm going to start hanging my clothes up and realizing that I have clothes that I don't ever wear, that I haven't worn in years. And that's the only one I like took and tossed on camera, but I went back through them after I hung them up and pulled a bunch of stuff that I don't wear to get rid of, because why am I holding on to this stuff? Oh, and this little scarf hanger I bought at Dollar Tree for $1, of course, because it's Dollar Tree. And I love hanging my spaghetti strap tanks on it. I like that way better than folding them and putting them in a drawer somewhere. It's just, they're easier to get to and easier to see what I have and what's clean. And I think there's like 10 or 12 hooks on this thing, so you could fit that many, if not more, tanks on it. So I'm just hanging up the rest of my clothes. Or I hung my husband's up. And now I'm going to clean this little blue shelf off and put it in the corner here. And put like 3 items on it because I cleaned all the junk out of my closet. So now it's pretty much empty. Which is good. I think I'll use one of the shelves to store like my tripod and stuff on. Oh, and here's my husband's, he calls it his Robin Hood arrow. Which has been like hiding in our closet for years. He used to do deer hunting with his grandpa when we lived in West Virginia. And they were practicing out back in the yard shooting at the target, and he like speared the end of his own arrow, which he thought was cool, so he kept it. I think it's pretty cool. And yes, I just found knives in the bottom of my coat hanger basket. I don't know why my husband put them there, but I put them somewhere safer after this. Yeah, none of my hangers match, so don't mind that. And here's another scarf hanger that I'm deciding whether I need to keep or get rid of. And I'm like, nope, don't need that. And I also was pulling all the little kid hangers because all my kids' clothes are too big for them now. So, and I had a bunch of these little hangers from the store, which I keep a few for like skirts and stuff, but now I'm putting this box back, and this other box is my husband's stuff. And I'm out of, normally I would probably take all this and put it in a nice little, like Dollar Tree shoe box, little clear ones with the white lids, but I don't have any left. I've used them all around my house, which is saying a lot because I had like a pile of like 15 of them in the basement. Oh, and that's my SFX makeup box that I was talking, or I think, did I mention it earlier? I don't think I did. It's been floating around my room since October because I didn't really know where to put it. Now I'm tossing some storage bags, extra ones that I found in my stuff. I keep them in the top of my little wooden stool here. Yes, I need a stool to reach the shelf in my closet because I am super short. Only like 4'10". So I can't reach it at all. Now I'm going through this box that had a bunch of thumbtacks and other little weird like hooks and stuff in it. I'm putting all the thumbtacks in a little glass jar to keep in my room. And on the bottom shelf, which I don't think I got in the recording, I just put some notebooks and a little cup that's got like some pencils and lead in it. And some ink pens. But isn't my little wooden stool cute? My friend made it for me when I was in high school as a Christmas gift. And it's been over 12 years and it's really holding up really well. Although the top's looking a little bit rough. It's actually got my name carved into the top of it. But now I'm moving on to dust my dresser. I'm just going to remove everything off the top of it, going with my Swiffer, and then wipe it back off with my multi-purpose cleaner and a rag. And that's how I pretty much do all the surfaces. Swiffer first, cleaner afterwards. I just want to make sure I get all the dust, all of it. Because it makes me sneezy and itchy, and I can't believe I let it get as bad as I did this time. I also try to just hit any types of like picture frames as I go. And now I'm putting everything back on my dresser. I cut the TV on to listen to it while I cleaned. It's Mrs. Winterbourne. If you haven't seen that movie, I suggest you watch it if you like little romance. I guess it's a rom-com. It's such a cute movie. It stars Ricky Lake and Brandon Fraser. And I love it. But now I'm dusting the front of my dresser. It's got like little nooks and ledges that catch dust really bad. And now I'm gonna dust off my husband's nightstand, which wasn't that bad, honestly. He doesn't like leave a lot of stuff on it like I do. Oh, and I'm using a lint roller here to clean off the lampshade to make sure I get any dust and cat hair off of it. That inevitably ends up all over it. Also, something I like to do when I wipe off the nightstands and the lamp, I also like to reach in and wipe off the light bulb, because believe it or not, your light bulbs get dusty. If you've never looked at them in your lamps, take a look. I guarantee you they have dust on them. Now I'm moving on to my nightstand, which I'm going to also dust and then wipe down, take everything off of it, wipe my lamp down, and I'm going to do the same thing with my lampshade and the lint roller. Because my lampshade was really dusty. The little, the ribbon on it tends to catch a lot of dust. It's called eyelash ribbon. My mom actually glued it on there for me. This lamp was one of the gifts she gave me. And she glued the beads and the eyelash ribbon on there, which I love. I think it's so cute. I wish I had 2 of them so we had matching ones. Kind of girly, but I don't think he'd care. He doesn't care about flowers being on blankets or anything like that. Now, next I'm going to go, also dusting off this little, it's actually a candlestick holder thing. I used to have 3 of them. My mom also bought them for me. 2 of them got broke in 2 separate moves. So now I just use this one instead of for candles on my nightstand, and I like to put my medicine in it and my glasses, as you can see. But next I'm going to go down here to the bottom of my nightstand and dust that off too, and clean out my basket because I had like trash and junk in there. And I keep this little basket under here for my books. I just keep a couple books in it, my Bible, my heating pad. And today, after I wipe all this down, I stick my Kindle in it too. Which I don't normally put my Kindle in there, but I just needed to put it up and out of the way for now. See, there's the other Harry Potter book. That's the first one. But I'm missing another one, and I really don't know. It's really bothering me that I don't know where it's at. So yeah, I just put these little things in here so they're close to me when I want to read, or if I'm, like having cramps and need my heating pad while I'm in bed. There it is. And I found my earbuds, which I lose all the time. I'm just winding those up so I can put them somewhere and lose them again. Now I'm going to move on to straightening up the rest of the room, picking up trash, which is what I'm doing now. And just anything else that's like on the floor that shouldn't be. And I've got, these shoes that I don't know why I've been keeping them in the box and never put them up, but I think my original idea was, they'll be safer in the box. It doesn't really matter. I'm probably not ever going to wear them again, but I can't get rid of them. They're the ones I wore when we got married. So I'm just picking up, just straightening up. Found that broken, I didn't find it. This trash broken mirror belonged to my daughter. And I have these 2, this basket and this box here. The box is things that go in my basement, or that need to go to my basement. And then the laundry hamper, the white one, are things that just need to go downstairs. Which, I had a lot of stuff in my room that did not belong up here. And this bag is all the stuff that I pulled from my closet that I'm going to donate. Just, it's mostly dresses Now I'm getting my dirty laundry out of the room and finishing picking up my blow dryer. It's been on the floor forever. And now I'm going to vacuum real quick. Get all the hair and stuff. I don't understand how my carpet gets so dirty in my bedroom. I don't do anything in my bedroom. For the most part, I just sleep in here. My husband just sleeps in here too. Like, we don't sit up here hanging out and doing stuff. I don't know how the carpet gets dirty. And it was already really stained when we move in. So when you see that, that's not from us. And we're renting, so no, we're not fixing it. So now I'm going to do my basket of socks. And all I do to do this is I just separate them. Every person gets a pile, and I separate all the socks into their respective piles. And then once they're all separated, I will start matching them and pairing them together. Which sometimes I'll do a little as I go, like I'm doing here. I'm not quite done separating them all, but there were a bunch right on top that matched, so I'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, so I'll do it this way, and then I'll call each kid in to get their pile of socks, and then last I will put up mine and my husband's. The cat decided she needed attention right then and there. That's our other cat. She's the nicer one of the two. She likes to be held and loved on a lot. And she like purrs all the time. And she's like really gentle when she plays with you. Like she's like attacking my drawstring on my pants. I'm trying to fold clothes. And I cut a lot of it out of here, but she kept like getting in my face because I wasn't paying attention to her. But the kids come in and gladly do that for her. But once I get done folding all these, and then I'll put, well, now I'm going to put them away. Mine and then his. And now here's a reminder of what the room looked like to begin with. It's a pretty big mess in my opinion. I had a lot of stuff in here that did not go in here, which you'll be able to see because of the basket in the box that's full of things that need to get put up. But yeah, here's the before. Messy. And my closet, which is really horrible angling, but it was a mess. There was like a bunch of junk in there too that just didn't belong. Like if you look at the shelf, it's pretty, little blue shelf right there, you can see it, it's pretty full. And here's my room once it's clean, all dusted and organized back to where it should be. Everything's picked up and put in its place. And there's the stains on the carpet I was talking about. And there's the basket and the box. And here's what my closet looks like now, which looks a million times better than it did to begin with. It's just way better. Everything has a spot now. Again. And I feel so relieved. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. Bye.